We did it!
We live.
We live. We all the way live. Wait, let me see your shirt, Trae.
You know, I'm repping.
Did you see? Atlanta.
Hey.
I just felt like we had to do it together.
Had to do it. Had to match.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh, you went back home to be with the fam?
Yeah.
That's
back
good.
home with the fam. So obviously you can tell I haven't got
growing
out a little beard, growing no shave.
You know, I didn't even think I felt like you were too young to even grow a mustache or a beard. So
nah. I can grow it. I usually cut it though, but throughout this time I'm just gonna grow it out and see how long it can get.
Okay, so tell me what you've been up to. Like, what are we binge watching right now? Are we reading? Like, what do we do when we have so much time on our hands?
For me, all I've been doing is trying to learn how to play video games. I don't play video games, so trying to learn how to play that. Trying to play online. Trying to learn. I got my hoverboard back charged now. I'm riding that. Just doing the simple things. Trying to get back into my drawing. I can really draw, so I haven't really had a lot of time to do that until now.
Tell me you have a picture right next to you that you can show us.
I don't
Come
right
on.
now. I don't right now. I wish I could sketch something quick, but
wait, what do you draw though? What are you good at drawing?
I can draw like cartoon characters. I can draw anything. You just gotta give me a picture and I'll look at it and I can really sketch.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you like a superhero version of the NBA Countdown crew, and you'll draw us something, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll use it as our logo moving forward.
All right. I need my credit though.
Okay, that's fine. Just sign it. Okay,
Gotcha.
what are we watching? What have you been binging?
Watching, to be honest, a lot of Netflix, a lot of stand-ups. I'm big on stand-up. Going back to watching Kevin Hart stuff, Mike Epps. What shows have I watched lately? Dang.
Have you seen Euphoria on HBO? Succession? I'm trying to think of what I've kind of been watching.
Euphoria? What is that about?
It's like high school drama. I'm a sucker for high school drama.
Oh, no.
I watched Succession on HBO. That's like who's going to run the company when dad passes away.
I heard about that.
It's really good. You should start that one. If you can't figure out video games, then maybe try and start that one.
Yeah. I'm still in the process of learning how to play video games. I don't worry about anything too much.
Another thing that I've noticed is that you are all over social media, like nonstop. This is the most I've ever seen you tweet, Instagram, everything.
Yeah, I'm getting killed right now.
Because of your top 5 list.
My top 5.
Okay, so is that the best players of all time or your favorite players?
See, it's hard. It's hard because I try to put my top 5 in all caps. So like, people are going to disagree with me regardless, but that's like my favorite. So like my favorite top 5 players. That's
give them to us again in case someone didn't see it.
Yeah, so I put LeBron number 1, Jordan number 2, Kobe number 3, KD 4, and then Steve Nash 5. Everybody killed me on my.
I was gonna say, what's your blowback? What are they blowing back at?
They killing me on Steve, and that's just like my idol, my hero, someone who paved the way for. A guy like Steph to come in the game and then pave the way. Steph obviously made it where I could come in and play the way I do. So, but Steve was the first one, so that's why he's my top 5.
You know, I feel like before the season we were talking about Steve Nash and how you like his game and the reasons why you do. But you've met him before, right? Or spent some time, or what did you learn from him during that time?
Yeah, I got to spend some time. We actually worked out once last summer going into my second year. So, he's just a genius. Like, he's so smart, super cerebral. We went overseas. Actually, I did something with Steve in the soccer in the Champions League Classic. So I got to spend some time with him over there and talk to him. He's so smart.
I feel like people forget that he started out playing soccer. Like, that was his thing.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's really good.
And then he's like, and I'll be a 2-time MVP in the NBA team. Not a big deal. Whatever.
No.
Let's talk about being an all-star starter.
Oh yeah. Being an all-star starter was
that what you thought was going to happen? Pause. When this season started, is that where you thought you would be when we got to the all-star break?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It is. It's
Carry
something
on.
that I definitely. I mean, I work really hard, and for me, you have to have the goals set up. I mean, if you want to be an all-star, you want to be an all-star starter, you have to first, I mean, set that as your dream, set that as a goal. And so that's what I did going into the season. And I mean, I worked really hard to try to get it, and it happened. So it was fun.
Where were you when you found out?
I was here actually at my house here in Norman. We played the Thunder the next day, so it's crazy how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good to be around my family too.
Now that you've been able to digest it, like obviously you've been in the game and all that stuff, what is it like looking back on that entire experience, like everything that goes into the All-Star weekend?
It's a lot. It's a lot that goes
Now,
into it. People don't necessarily understand or see everything that you do outside of like the activity or like the All-Star game or the 3-point Rising Stars games. There's so much other things that go on, and it's a lot, but it's fun. It's a weekend where you get to be around the best players in the game, so it's cool, and I got to learn a lot too.
mm-hmm. Okay, so how do we stay in shape when, I mean, there's no gym really to go to, right? Like, your big thing is shooting and being a shooter, so how do you keep your shot when there's no opportunity to just be in the gym all day? How have you been maintaining?
I mean, I actually got to set up real quick. I
Let's see.
figured you would ask this question, so I got a little trash can right here.
Oh, you found out?
Yeah, a little trash can. So for me, can you put this camera? Yeah. So
Okay,
I got my sock. You already saw this video.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Adidas. So I usually just sit here, try to put my trash can at a far distance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Try to oh, damn.
Nope, we missed.
Yeah, see, I missed that one too. Hold on. So this is what I do basically all day.
Mm-hmm.
Still missing. All right, I'm open for it. All right, we're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop that now.
Is that, do you work on the follow through though? Okay.
Yeah, I work on the follow through. But no, in all seriousness, I really just get a lot of shots up. I have a basketball goal outside, so just try to get some shots up throughout there too.
Wait, you ready for this? I did this just because I knew we were gonna talk too. You see that? That's my
basket. Oh, for real?
Okay, you ready? Shout out who?
Drew Strike.
I've been practicing though. Okay, I made one. I got two more. There we go. Oh, I'm not as good as you. My sister's over there on the chair. You've been spending a ton of time together doing absolutely nothing.
Really? Enjoying time.
Exactly. What about workouts? What are the in-home workouts? I feel like you have enough room in there where you could do something if you had to.
Yeah. I actually, I'm blessed. I got some equipment. I got some equipment, and hold on, I can break.
Yep.
I got some equipment in my garage. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you. We can still hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us? Yep.
Yeah. It was kind of like an echo. No, I mean, I got
you.
Equipment here in my garage. I lift, do a lot of push-ups, things like that. Push-ups, sit-ups, trying to stay active. Obviously, we're all social distancing ourselves, so I mean, there's not too much you can do, but just try and make what I have work.
I was thinking a little bit about when we were talking about doing this conversation. The first time I met you was an OU Texas game. I hate to say it, Oklahoma did lose that game. It was at Texas. It was in Austin. Yeah. But I just remember you at the end, like you were so nice. You came up and you were like, "Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am." And I just remember thinking, like, one, I feel old, but two, the fact that you've turned around and kind of been so successful in the NBA so quickly. I mean, just talk to someone who's maybe sitting at home or feels the same way that you did sometimes. You used to talk about it. Like, people would tell you were too small. People would tell you that there's no way that you were ever going to make it. And yet here we are.
Yeah.
Like, what is required to battle through that?
I think thick skin is the main thing that it requires. I mean, for me, I don't know. I mean, you probably remember that game. It was, I mean, the fans from pregame they were packed in there. Yeah, it's like me being a 19-year-old. You don't really, growing up, you don't understand that. I mean, fans can say certain things, can do certain things, and that's just how it is. And whenever you're in that position and they're talking about you, it's tough. But for me, I mean, I've always had thick skin, and I always use that type of negativity to fuel me. So for me, I've always, like I said, had thick skin and just try to be tough. And so that's what got me through. I mean, a lot. And for when people doubt me or whenever they say certain things, it just, I mean, I laugh at it, and I just use it as motivation.
How many kids do you have coming up to you that are just like, oh, like you made it, so I feel like I can? Does that happen to you a lot?
Yeah, it does. It does. And then they're like, so a lot of kids are coming to me. They're like, "You're taller than I thought you were." I'm really super small, but I mean, I'm just out there with 7-footers and 6'10" guys. Like, it makes me look even smaller. But no, it's crazy because I mean, I know I'm more of the average height for people. So I know kids look up to me in that way for sure.
I saw that you also posted, okay, was it top 3 defenders maybe? So like the dudes that were the dudes you hate going up against, or just in general, like you just feel like they're the best defenders in the league right now?
No, those are dudes I hate going up against. I mean, usually teams put their longer defenders on me. So I mean, those 3 guys are the 3 people that, I mean, for me is toughest to go up against. Drew, Kawhi, and I mean, Clay. So when I played Clay last year, it was tough. I mean, he's super smart, super good defender. Kawhi, I had a game. We played in Toronto last year. I could have hit a game winner, and Kawhi was guarding me, and I thought he was about to block it to the stands, and so it messed up my shot. So I missed the float, and we lost. But, I mean, just that possession alone was like, gave him respect. And then Drew is an underrated player in general. Drew Holiday, definitely an underrated defender.
That moment that you're describing with Kawhi, it makes me want to ask about your welcome to the NBA moment. Like, everyone has them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, this is different. This game's different right here. What was yours when you were a rookie?
Probably coming back home. It was early on in the season, and I mean, I've had season tickets to the Thunder games since I was a kid. So going to Thunder games and seeing Russ and KD and James Harden when they were together and going to the finals and all that, like it's different than when you're playing against Russ. So like going up against Russ the first time back in OKC, and he drilled at me in transition and then just turned around and started backing me down in the post. And then I don't know if he rocked the baby or what, but
he did something, didn't he?
Yeah, he did something. He did something. I was like, okay, all right, now it's my turn. We got to go back at it. So it was fun. That was part of my welcome to the NBA moment, though.
Oh, and now the welcome to the NBA, like our rookies that we have this season, and I've heard you talk about them before, that you just like it's a good group, but you know, everyone's group of rookies, and you were on the NBA rookie show, like NBA Rooks. What have you thought about them? You know,
I mean,
and Ja, they've had such a good start to their NBA careers.
Yeah. I mean, they've been playing really well. It sucks that Zion only got to play just a few games, but I mean, those couple weeks that he got to play, he was balling out. Ja has obviously been doing his thing all year, and then the rookies we have, Cam and Dre especially, they've been. I mean, they came to play since the beginning. I mean, Cam had a slow start, and I mean, he's starting to play. I mean, like a first-team All-Rookie. I mean, here before it all ended. So he's. I mean, this rookie class is really good.
Is it true that there's a crazy bond? Like you are like, my draft class is better than your draft class is better than your draft class?
Yeah. We talk about that. Yeah, we talk about that. I mean, I don't think anybody's compete with my draft class, but especially in our locker room. So we talk about it all the time. It's funny.
Who else are you staying in touch with over this course of time? You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't be around one another as a team, but like, how do you kind of stay connected if you can? Yeah,
we all have our group message. We talk a lot throughout that. Talk to each other a lot. Send each other videos. Play video games. Like I said, that's why I'm trying to play video games. That's the main way you can get connected. You play video games online with each other. Got headphones. Talk trash, things like that. So we're all trying to figure out ways to stay connected throughout this time. So, but those are the main things, for sure.
Some of the most interesting videos I've seen are like Giannis playing the guitar.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Patty Mills is good at it though. There's a couple of them. I'm like, wait a minute.
I need to learn.
Y'all have skills.
I know some of those dudes. It's crazy because that's another cool thing about going to AllStar. Like, you get to see like different guys' personalities outside of, I mean, actually going up against them. So like, now, like, getting to, know Giannis and hang out with Giannis for a weekend, it's super funny. And I can actually see him trying to learn how to play the guitar. So now actually seeing that video, it's like, that's funny.
Is there anyone else that's personality has surprised you or that you've enjoyed really getting to know better?
Throughout the league, probably, especially that weekend, probably getting to know Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry obviously is one of the best point guards in our league and won a championship, but he's such a vocal dude, good dude. So he was fun to be around. Kimba, those guys. That was probably the two main guys I was trying to learn from those guys. They've been here and been in the game for a long time, done a lot of really good things. So I was trying to learn from those two, especially them being on my team.
As you learn from people, is there anyone whose move you would take? Like, you're just like, I'm just taking your move, that guy's move from the NBA.
I'm trying to work on my step back.
Okay.
James and Luka got that on lock. They're really good. They're step backs. Kimba knows how to stop on a dime, change direction. Kyrie. There's a lot of different things I'm trying to learn and grow my game from
I'm envisioning you with the step back in State Farm Arena. That's everything.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes on the sideline, 2 Chainz on the other side,
yeah.
like Gucci, and a step back.
Yeah, we got everybody in the building.
Okay, everybody in the building. Oh, yeah, before I let you go, who has it been fun to get to know? I see you all the time with Quavo, so we can start there,
Quay is my guy. Quay is my guy. We talk, all the time. He's really cool. 2 Chainz, obviously my dude too. I've gotten to know a lot of really cool people that, I never thought I would. And so probably all the Migos. One of the cool things is being able to meet Ludacris this past summer at Luda Weekend. It's been a lot of really cool people I've gotten to meet and blessed. So
Ludacris is before your time, but I did notice that you listened to music before your time because you were tweeting about your playlist and it was like New Edition.
Yeah, New Edition. Yeah.
Stop. Were you born?
Nah, I wasn't born, but I still listen to old school slow jams, New Edition, Boys and Men. I should have thrown Boys and Men in there because I listen to them all the time.
You should have.
Yeah, Boys and Men.
What would you like to say to everyone before we let you go off of IG Live?
Yeah, for me, I would just hope people, continue to practice. Social distancing. I think we're all being selfish to this world and to each other if we're not taking the proper precautions. Even if we're feeling okay, we may or may not still have it. So for us throughout this time, just to take the proper precautions and just listen to the people that know what they're talking about. And we'll all get through this together. It's a tough time, but we'll all get through this together. So appreciate everybody tuning in. So
yeah. That's a good message. And hopefully we'll continue to have these conversations. NBA Live Together is going to keep on happening. They're going to keep bringing content. And it's not to make light of the situation, but it's to share light and to continue to share joy. Let you guys hear from players like Trae, see what they've been up to, what they're doing, and let you know that we are all in this together. Because at the end of the day, we're going to fight it together. And sooner than later, Trae, we're going to see you back on the court. We're going to see the step back, and it won't be socks.
I won't just be shooting socks.
Yes. Okay, well, you get back to defending your top 5 list on Twitter. And
I will.
We'll continue to follow you and see you. It was good catching up with you, bud.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.